Hi, in this video I would like to explain the topic on the output. What is this output? Output is nothing but the documentations. Like if you want to print, email, fax, any document, okay? So we would use SAP has provided an output control, what we say as output control, okay? So if I take an example, you are working in your shop floor, okay, and you are working in the stores, and you wanted to print a gr document or gr label and should be pasted on that material whenever you receive. So you need to print that, right? So that is nothing but the output control. So SAP has provided some output controls for each and individual transactions, okay? If I speak like purchase order, it has output control. GR, goods receipt, it has one output control. Okay, and sales document, it has one output control. Delivery, one output control. Invoice, vendor invoice, customer invoice. So a lot of things. So every transaction you have, the SAP has provided the output control. Okay, the whatever I'm today I will explain a topic on purchase order. Okay, I will just try to create an output which is related to purchase order. Okay, the concept will remain same for all the, okay, for all the transactions like sales order and everything, but just you need to understand the fields, or like for the purchase order, purchase organization, purchase group, that varies. But if it comes to sales order, customer or sales or sale, so the thing is the concept will be always same. Okay, now today let me take you to the configurations. What are the steps I'm explaining in the what I should say, ECC environment, how the ECC environment works usually. Okay, in my next video I will explain how does the HANA system. So there are a lot of things that have changes that have been done to the HANA servers. Okay, when you go to HANA, the output control what you see in this video is different from the HANA data. ECC and HANA are two different topics in terms of I can say in terms of output controls. Okay, now if I take an ECC, I'm just going back and explaining the ECC. If you go under materials management, purchasing, under this purchase order, under purchase order, one second, not here, right? Sorry, one second. Secondary view investment, okay, not here, right? Some output control here should be there. Not in there. Oh my god, this is one second. Not in purchase. Messages. Okay, output control. Okay, so this is a path. Purchasing, messages. Under this you have this all list of things where you need to configure. If I go to condition tables, meaning condition tables are, see, if you see, there are different output controls that are given for the request for quotation that we send for the vendor for the quotation purpose, purchase order to the vendor after once we create the purchase order, outline agreement, scheduling, inbound, and everything. So the topic, whatever, I will choose only the purchase order, but the thing is the topic will always remain same, the concept will always remain same. Okay, now what is this condition table? Condition table is nothing but we are trying to create a table. We are saying, okay, whenever I have these fields like purchase organization, purchase group, and company code, documentation, document type, when I have these four types of combination of fields, I need a output control. Meaning, if I take one of the example, let me show you a display of the already existing tables. If I say here, like if you see, document type purchase organization vendor, document type purchase organization vendor for EAD, purchase organization. So these are various combinations that SAP has given. If you say 025, 026, so 997 is something we have created. If you see 901, 902, 903, 904, those are all customized tables. Okay. So let us create one customized table and let us try to create 995. I'll create 995 table. Okay. Create. Enter. Once you press enter, it will show what are the list of fields here. Now if you see here, if I take only one, let me take existing. If you are giving any existing combination, system will not accept. Okay, system will say already there is a table, so you cannot. You need to, for example, let me go back again. For example, so I will take the combination of document type and purchase organization. Okay, so there is already a table which is created. Okay, now I'll say enter purchase organization document type. Okay, now already this combination is exist. Okay, with table 9 and 7, once you start trying to create, it will say 9 and 7 is already defined with the same fields. Okay, so it's saying already it is created, just try for different combination. Okay, then what we need to do is just put this purchase group as well, purchase group as well. So with this three combination, we are trying to create a table, and where we will use the table, I'll let you know after a few minutes. Okay, then I'll say generate. See, so meaning this combination purchase organization document type and purchase group, there is no combination of table. Now I'm just creating. Yes, create local data. Okay, 748, sorry, 995 has been created, table 995 has been created. Okay, now go back here. You created a table, fine, you have created a table. Now what? Now you will go to axis sequence. Okay, axis sequence for purchase order. Now what is this axis sequence meaning? If we have 10 combinations, suppose if I take one of the example here, document type, if I take this axis sequence is nothing but the group of tables. If I click here, see tables, table 0, 27, 25, 26, meaning what we are saying is here, you are creating a axis sequence and you are assigning under the axis sequence, you are assigning already created tables, and these tables you will maintain in some transactions, so that whenever I have a combination of these parameters, the output will trigger. Okay, now this axis sequence has this three tables. Okay, let me go back again. Let us create a new table. Okay, I'll say A888 Lena axis sequence. Okay, perfect, we got this. Take this and go to axis sequence, say new entries, say 1, table is 995, enter. So we are creating a 995 table, already created 995 table we have taken here. Okay, now click on this and see whether what the fields we have. We should have three fields here. Okay, the same three fields equal. This is fine, perfect. We are going back, now save it. Perfect, we have saved it. Now go back again. Now you created axis sequence. Now what? Now you need to define an output type. Okay, output type, just go to the message, maintain output types for the P1. Let us create a new output type. Okay, now what I will take is, I will take ZNU, not ZNU, NEU, and I will copy and I will say Lena. See, Lena output type. Okay, for purchase order, print or something. Okay, copy all. Okay, just try to copy. These are all the languages actually. Different. What is the title that should be printed? All this. Fine. This all fine. Okay. Now Lena has been created. Output type. Now go to details tab. Here, what is our axis sequence? Our axis sequence is 9995. Sorry, A88. This is the one. Okay. Now it says access to conditions. So this table is this check is important, because this check whatever I am saying here is very useful whenever we maintain the condition records. There are some condition records what will maintain after few minutes. So this is very important. Multiple issues also is important, meaning there should be, once you make the PO again, if you change the PO, you can issue the output again. Okay, this is a program which calls this output. Okay, and default values to send immediately. Once you save the purchase order, you need to get a print here, partner functions and everything. This is fine, this is fine. So storage mode, you want to print, or you want to print and archive, or what you want to do? I want to print. Okay, print what? So here, based on the master user master record or purchase group, whatever the combination, the printer parameter. What is this print parameter field meaning? So if you have some 10 printers, okay, and one of your printers should be assigned to purchase group. I will show you in the next node. Okay, mail, this is fine. Mail, text, this is all are fine. Okay, this is a program. Okay, this is a printer program. Okay, this is a form they are using, meaning there should for every output there will be a form. Okay, so this is a smart form, this is a form routine, sorry. Okay, now let me go back and save. Perfect. So these are all different combinations. Okay, just give me some seconds. Till Z we need to go. Okay, perfect. We went. Okay, back. Now fine tune the control. What is that is meaning? When this would say, when I want operation 1 and 2, meaning operation 1 means when you create, operation 2 means when you change. You wanted the printer to print. Okay, so now new entries, you will say 1. Okay, and say you will say 2 also here. So my output type is Lena. Enter. Okay, for new, create a new, your output type should trigger. Now go back, cancel it. Now output type is done. Now what? Maintain requirements for message control. What is this maintain? This is not at all required. These are routines. Okay, this is not as of now not important. Let me go to message schema for purchase order. Maintain. So now here you need to create a new access sequence. So you need to assign, suppose I just take this and copy our new access sequences. 8. Enter. Copy all. Okay. Now come here. Control data. You will see what is our output in Navy. Enter. Okay, perfect. We have created the access sequence. Sorry, schema. Okay. Assign schema to the purchase order. Now I am assigning my schema to the purchase order. Meaning whenever you create an document of purchase order, this output, this procedure will trigger. Okay. Now this is fine. Everything is fine. Partner roles of message type, you can give the partner roles. So whether it is OA or UB, you can define here if you want. So if it is already defined, let us see. So Lena is already there here. So you can print for order. If it is an OA, ordering address vendor, or the VN vendor, or delivery plant vendor, this thing will work. Okay, this print will work. Now let us I will show you what we have done so far. Okay, let me go back here and I will tell you what we have done so far. Okay, so it would be some confusing to you if I don't explain it on the sheet. We have created a table. Okay, we have created a table. Okay, which is saying 995, and this table has some fields called document type, okay, purchase org, okay, and purchase group. These are the three fields. Okay, now we are giving that 995 to an access sequence. There is an access sequence. In that access sequence, we have created access sequence as 8888, and we have assigned that access sequence to 995. Correct? If you go to that node, now again what we have done is we are creating a schema. We are creating a schema, and we are giving Z8888 as our schema, and we have given 8888 as our access schema. What does it meaning? So we can have multiple tables here. Like I said, 995, 996 table with the different combinations. Okay, and you can create multiple access sequence. Okay, like this. Okay, 996 table. Okay, and you can create a access. You can create a schema in such a way that you can assign again A9999 as well here. So if I maintain, if suppose this is something with the two combination, so we have assigned the schema Z888 to the combination call whenever we create a purchase order EF, okay, and we need to trigger Z88888. Okay, this is what we have given the logic. Now, so we have this combination, right? So why we have maintained this combination? Let me tell you. So to trigger the output, we need to maintain a MN04 is a transaction. We need to maintain some condition records, what we call as condition records. So whatever the table you have created in the first sequence, here in the first node, those plays an important role. Okay, so suppose I have maintained for ZNEU, what is our Lena, right? Our Lena. For output Lena, if I click key combination, you are getting only one type of table values. Okay, but if I take NEU, normally if I take NEU, if I take key combination, you have three types, because in the configuration, if you go to the configuration, if I go back to the configuration, 1 second please. If I go back to the configurations, access sequence, go to purchase order, okay, go here. So the access sequence that was given for the output type, what is output type here? Message type, yeah, message type. If you go to purchase order, if I take here, if I take NEU, under NEU, if you go to detail, the access sequence that was given was 0001. And if I go the combination, what is the 0001 says? If I go to the access sequence, previously access sequence for 001 and say access sequence, see here these three fields. So because this access sequence 001 is given these three tables, if you maintain any combination of data here, like with the combination of document type or everything, this output type will trigger. Okay, that is why they created few tables, but in our case we have created only one table. Okay, that is 9996, 9995, sorry. Okay, let it get trigger. If you go back again, key combination, this is the combination. Now what we are doing is, now I am saying whenever I created a PO with 9999, and whenever I have a document type NB, and whenever I have purchase group value as 101, then we need to trigger this output. Okay, and communication, everything, this is fine. This is how you maintain the condition record. This is a condition record you should mention for everything. Now if I created a PO with 9999, with NB document type and 101 movement type, Lena output type will trigger. Okay, what is output type? Lena. Meaning what we are trying is, we are creating a table, assigning to access sequence. We are taking this assign access sequence and assigning to schema. We are taking this assigning schema and we are assigning to the output type for the purchase order. Okay. This way, whenever they create a PO, this schema will trigger. Under this schema, Z88, what are the access sequence? There are two access sequence. If there are two access sequence, fine. Then under this access sequence, what are the tables? So like that, the system will work. Okay. Now, if I take an example, one other node which I forgot to tell is, one second. There is one node which says output devices for purchase organization. So if we go back here in the output type message, we in the purchase order for our Lena combination, so we said output type should be triggered for whatever the printer that is assigned to purchase group. And where do you assign that printer? If you go back again, if you cancel this, if you go to this output, assign output control devices here, if you see for 101, I have given LP01 as the output control. So this is the printer name. Now whenever I create a PO, this printer will trigger here. Okay. Now let us see. Let us see what output type will trigger now. Now I maintain the condition record in MN04 transaction. Okay. Once you maintain all this config, you should maintain the condition record for MN04 transaction. Now I am creating a PO /NME21N. I choose document type NB. This is fine. So what are the other two fields? 999 is my purchase organization. 101 is what? Okay. Now if I say seed 11, 10 quantity, 9997. See here. NB document type 9999 101 is a combination. Now based on these three combination, we have condition output type condition maintained for Lena. Now if I say enter, output type should determine, and in your message you should see it is processing. Okay, save. Now enter messages. Okay. Sorry, one second. Something. Okay. One second. So this is HANA related config. Okay. This is HANA related config as bit trigger. So when you activate the HANA config, right? So the system will not trigger your ERP related stuff. Okay. So you need to deactivate that first, and then if you go to SAP. So I'll in my next video I will show you how this output type will trigger. Okay. Then what is the next step over here? Interface, customer business. Okay. Business packages. Yes. Not business package. Okay. Business network integration. Ariba network integration. Framework settings. No, not framework settings here. Okay. Default message control. Okay. Activate business event for trigger messages. Fine. This is fine. Just ignore this. This is something related to HANA. So in my next video I'll tell how the output type will trigger. Okay. This is fine. This is not application. 1 second, I just don't want to make this video. I'll just stop this. Pause for 7 seconds. Okay, fine. I'm going back here. So the thing is integration with Ariba network applications. Click on message output types. Yeah. So for HANA, this is a different thing. Okay. So I'll try to deactivate as of now. Okay. So that we will get the ECC related output types. Okay. As of now, I deactivated. Let me create a new PO. Me21N. So in my next video, I'll say how HANA is been, how our output type is controlled in HANA. Okay. Now I'll say C11, 10 quantity. Okay. Nice. Now save. It should come now. I'm not sure. Yeah. One second. Got some other settings. This is one node. And okay, fine. Deny. Come here. Cross-path settings, application settings. Output control. Okay. Message. Manage application object type control. Okay. Purchase organization. Inactivate. Okay. These two are the things which trigger your HANA output types. As of now, we are only covering ECC. Okay, let me go back and try to create this once again. This time it should work. See, if you see the last PO and this PO, when I was creating the message output, message field was not there. When HANA is activated, you will not see that message. Okay. When you are working in ECC, you will find this message. Okay. Now if you see, go back and see message. See, Lena has been triggered. Okay, Lena output has been triggered. This is usually in ECC. Okay. So this concept will always the concept will always be same for all the other transactions, like creating tables. Okay, first let me write the steps. Okay, what you're doing is creating the tables or using the existing tables. No need to create all tables. If you feel the combination is right, whatever the requirement says, based on the requirement, if it says, customer says, okay, this document type, purchase organization, purchase group, this combination is fine, then no need to create a new table. Okay, just search for it and reuse the table. Okay, once you create the table, assign the tables to the axis sequence. Okay, now once you create the axis sequence, okay, assign the axis sequence to the output type, existing output type, new output type, whatever it may be. Now assign the output type to output schema. Okay, then assign the schema to the document, or no document type, like purchase document or the GR document or whatever it may be. Okay, then maintain the condition. This is the transaction data. Maintain condition, because this is using MN04 for tables which we have created. So if I go back once again, I just wanted to revise it. Okay, I'll go back. So if you take output control, condition, you are creating condition tables or use the condition tables. Once you create these condition tables, you will assign that condition tables to the axis sequence. Once you create the axis sequence, You will assign this access sequence to message or output types. Output types once we have, then you will assign to schema. You will assign that output type to the schema. Once you have schema, you will inside this only you will assign uh, to the combination of document type. Okay. In this way, the ECC related output types will trigger. Okay. In the next video, I'll try to pose the output type, how that output type is controlled on SAP S/4HANA. It's completely different. All this access sequence, everything will be not used. It will be completely different. Okay. Thanks.